Now everyone's jumping on the bandwagon and questioning about multiculturalism. Where I was called racist, I was ridiculed, I've had death threats against me.
We are a peace-loving nation. This is a time to unite, not divide as a community and as a country.
This is a modest request. I say to Australia, don't miss it. Don't miss it.
So now your Labor parties around the country are setting up your bodies in each state with treaties. What's that going to do? Absolutely nothing. More taxpayers' funds going into it, and will make absolutely no difference whatsoever to the lives of these people.
The PM changed his tone slightly today, but why wasn't he stronger from the start?
Because most of his seats in the Sydney area, because most of Western Sydney is based with Muslims. So anyway, they don't want to upset the Muslim. It all comes down to the Muslim vote, which is nearing 1 million people in the country. That carries a big vote, and that's why they don't want to upset them.
This is the day! Waiting for!
This preacher, this Muslim imam, is Ibrahim Dardoon. And here he is at a recent iftar dinner this year with the Prime Minister. Dardoon, who gave a closing prayer in the Prime Minister's presence, here he is not some random wayward cleric who's crossed a line in Sydney on the weekend, but someone with repugnant views, horrific views, that no Australian can possibly support, who we now know has the ear of our national leader.
What could go wrong?
You know, it's about time someone is calling it out the way it is. I feel I've been a lone voice in this for years and years and years to explain to people about multiculturalism, the immigration. Now everyone's jumping on the bandwagon and questioning about multiculturalism. Where I was called racist, I was ridiculed, I've had death threats against me. Until we as a nation start to ask more of our politicians. Our politicians are gutless, absolutely gutless. They are frightened to say anything. And if we don't stand up and have our say now, we are heading down the path of what England looks like now. England has a lot of areas there that not even the police, no one will go into. It's all Muslim dominated. They actually control the areas. You've got over 1,000 Sharia law courts. We will be living under Sharia law and treated as second-class citizens with second-class rights if we keep heading down the path with the attitude, she'll be right, mate. We have Muslims in this country marrying, getting on our welfare system, breeding, and we are paying for this. Yet the politicians turn a blind eye to it. It is a shame what is happening to our country. But until we call it out for what it is, terrorism is prevalent and it has happened in the past in our country, and we need to address it, but give us leadership. This Prime Minister that we have, I am so frustrated with him, as the majority of Australians are. He is weak, he is gutless, and I hope that people throw him out at the next election.